this video we will discuss about the basics of transformer. Now before going to the concept of transformer, we need to know two things. First of all, Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction and right hand grip rule. Now, what is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction? Whenever there is a change in the flux in the circuit, an alternating EMF is produced, which is given by E proportional to minus d phi by dt. This minus sign indicates that the change of flux is opposed by the EMF. And right hand grip rule is, suppose you have a conductor like this and the current flowing through the conductor is in this way. So we have the direction of the magnetic field around the conductor given by the right hand grip rule. If the current is flowing in this way, so according to right hand grip rule, the magnetic flux around the conductor will be in this way. So it is like this. This is the direction of the magnetic flux. Now let's start the basic of transformer. Okay, so transformers according to the construction are two types. First of all, what is a transformer? Transformer is a device that converts electrical energy into electrical energy. Now first, in a transformer there is a electrical domain, then there is a magnetic domain, electrical domain to magnetic domain. Again, from magnetic domain we will move to electrical domain. So in transformer, electrical energy is finally transforming into electrical energy. Okay, now according to the construction, transformers are two types, that is core type and is shell type. Core type consists of a core like this, a winding is passed through this limb. This is the primary winding, and winding like this. This is known as the secondary winding. Now if we apply some voltage here, so what will happen? A current starts flow in this direction, and as the current is flowing in direction, an EMF will be induced, that is E proportional to d phi by dt, and as the current is flowing in this direction, there will be a flow of magnetic flux which is in this direction. Magnetic flux. This is the core of the transformer. This is the core of the transformer. Now the magnetic flux will flow through the core, and as you can see, these two windings are not electrically connected. So I have mentioned that electrical domain from magnetic domain. This is the magnetic domain where the flux is passing through the core of the transformer, and it is again coming to the electrical domain. Now how it is coming to the electrical domain? You can see as the flux is flowing in this way, in this direction, according to the right hand grip rule, the current and EMF will be induced, and the current will flow in this direction in the secondary circuit, because current is flowing in this direction, and this will be the direction of the flux is flowing in this direction, so this will be the direction of the current, and we can find an EMF which is generated in the secondary circuit by the law of electromagnetic induction. And with the help of the right hand grip rule, we can see that the direction of the current in the secondary circuit, which is in this way, so that's how a basic construction and a basic working of a transformer. If we give a supply in the primary side, an EMF which is induced, and there is a flux produced in the core, which is given by the induced EMF is given by this equation, E is proportional to d phi by dt, and this flux is linking the secondary, and there is a flow of current in the secondary, the flow of current in primary, there is a current flow in secondary, and there is an induced EMF in the secondary circuit. Suppose this primary, this is known as a primary winding. So primary winding consists of N1 turns, and the secondary winding consists of N2 turns. So the EMF generated in the primary winding, which is equals to minus N1 d phi by dt. This minus sign indicates the Lenz law. What is Lenz law? Lenz law says that this flux, this produced EMF will oppose the rate of change of flux, which is indicated by a minus sign. This is given by Lenz law. So we can see that the flux is flowing to the core and linking the secondary, and there is a current flow in the secondary. You can see that these two windings are not electrically connected in a ideal transformer. It is magnetically coupled. You see, it is basically a magnetically coupled circuit. Magnetically coupled circuit, and this is EMF in primary, and EMF in secondary will be minus N2 d phi by dt. This same flux is linking the secondary, but the number of turns in the secondary is changed. So we can write N2 into d phi by dt, again with a minus sign. Okay. One thing to remember in the case of transformer, that, okay, let me go to the next page. That in a transformer, power input in an ideal transformer, power input is equals to power output. The power remains constant. So if the power in the primary side, the input side, that is EPIP, that is equals to power output, that is induced EMF in the secondary side, and the current in the secondary side, induced primary voltage and induced current. That is, EP by ES is IS by IP. This is a very important equation for the transformers, for the ideal transformers. And again, as EP is proportional to, is equals to minus N d phi by dt, and ES is equals to minus N2 d phi by dt. So EP by ES will be N1 by N2. That means the primary voltage and the primary and the secondary voltage is differ by their turns ratio. This is the number of turns in the primary and number of turns in the secondary. And you can see the currents in the secondary and primary, they are inversely proportional. They are inversely proportional. So, if the transformer steps up, that means the primary voltage is greater than the secondary voltage. If the primary voltage is greater than the secondary voltage, which is known as the step down operation, if primary voltage is greater than the secondary voltage, then we can say the primary current will be less than the secondary current. As the power will remain constant, the product of the primary voltage and the primary current is equals to the secondary voltage into secondary current. So in a step down operation, the primary voltage is greater than the secondary voltage, which is known as a step down transformer. So the primary current will be less than the secondary current. And in step up operation, the primary voltage is less than the secondary voltage. This is step up operation, and in step up operation the primary current will be greater than the secondary current. This is very important in the case of step up transformer, in the case of step down transformer. So we have discussed the main theories involved in a transformer, which is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. We can say these are the prerequisites before knowing the basic principles of the transformer. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, right hand grip rule, and magnetically coupled circuit. This is a magnetically coupled circuit, and you can say this is an ideal transformer. This is the core, and you need to know the Lenz law. And one thing to remember, that except the auto transformer, all the transformer, their primary side and secondary side are not electrically connected, they are magnetically connected. Okay, this is the part 1 of the transformer. See you in the second part.